Hi guys, welcome to My Exam with Sam. I'm Sam, and in this video, we are going to check an IELTS Part 2 essay writing task. You're going to learn what the examiner is thinking at every stage when they are checking an essay writing task. We're going to look together at an essay by Akhmajon Zoirov from Uzbekistan. So a big thank you to Akhmajon for letting us use his essay in these videos. We're going to use the IELTS writing marking criteria. And there's 4 parts to the marking criteria. So there are 4 videos in this series, 1 video for each part. If you're watching on the My Exam with Sam free course, then all 4 of these videos are together with all of the resources that you need to follow the videos. If you're watching on YouTube, I really encourage you to click the link in the description and go to the My Exam with Sam free course where you can sign up completely for free and get all of the resources and all of the videos together in one place. For now, let's start looking at Akhmajon's Part 2 writing task and the first marking criteria. On the screen now, you can see Akhmajon's writing Part 2 essay. If you're watching on the My Exam with Sam free course, then you can download this essay as a PDF. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'll show you now the different parts of this essay so you can read them and get familiar with the text. Okay, you will also need the IELTS writing the IELTS Task 2 writing band descriptors, which you can download for free from the official IELTS website. Now, they're not super useful because they give you this complicated table with lots of weird phrases in that maybe you don't understand. So I have created this list of questions to show you the kind of things that the examiner is thinking when they're marking these Part 2 essays. So we're going to use these questions and then we're going to give Akhmajon a band score for each part of the mark scheme. In this video, we're going to focus on task achievement. Now, Akhmajon's overall target is a band score of 7 for this essay. So we're going to check and see if Akhmajon gets a band 7. So let's have a look at the kinds of questions that the examiner is going to be asking themselves when they're checking this essay. Firstly, I want to know, does the answer cover all parts of the question? So Akhmajon's question has several parts. It talks about many people, it talks about media coverage, celebrities, the negative effect on children, to what extent, and agree or disagree. And I think that, yes, Akhmajon's essay does talk about most of these parts, maybe not all of them. He definitely talks about media coverage, he definitely talks about celebrities a lot, the negative effect on children a lot, and it's pretty clear from his essay that he agrees with the view. But there's this part, to what extent do you agree? And I think that Akhmajon only really mentions this in one place. He says, I totally concur with this view, but maybe he could have given us a little bit more information about to what extent he agrees or disagrees. But generally, yes, Akhmajon answers all parts of the question. Secondly, is the position clear? So this means it's a clear yes or a clear no or a clear maybe. Whatever the position is, it must be clear. I must be able to say, Akhmajon thinks that, and be confident when I complete that sentence. Now, I think I can very confidently say Akhmajon thinks that media coverage of celebrities is having a negative effect on children. It's very clear what his view is in his essay. He has 2 paragraphs supporting the idea and a main conclusion that this is a bad thing. He totally agrees with this view. So yes, Akhmajon's position is very clear. We also need to think about the other ideas in the essay. So his main idea is that coverage of celebrities is having a negative effect on children. The other ideas are these two paragraphs here. So the Diego Maradona paragraph and the body image paragraph. So these two paragraphs are the ideas that support his main idea. And we need to think about how well Akmajon explains these ideas. I want to know, are they helpful in answering the question? So do these paragraphs provide relevant information that helps me understand Akmajon's opinion? And the answer is yes, mostly. I think in this paragraph, the Diego Maradona paragraph, it's mostly relevant and it mostly helps me understand. Definitely the first part where he talks about the immoral behaviors and why children tend to emulate the upbringing of their idols. And he has this little phrase here that can lead children to substitute their lifestyle to a more difficult one. This really helps me understand why he agrees with the opinion in the essay title. But this little part about Diego Maradona, this example, I feel like he could connect this a little bit better to his main idea. Essentially, in this paragraph, Akmajon is saying celebrities behave badly at the start. He's saying children copy celebrities, so this makes sense. And then he says, and Diego Maradona was a drug addict. And I feel like celebrities behave badly, children copy celebrities. That makes sense. That helps me understand. But Diego Maradona was a drug addict. This is only a fact that doesn't really fully connect to his argument. It's definitely related, but there's no logical connection. And I feel like that could help him explain his idea even more. This second paragraph is a little bit different. This paragraph, I think, is actually better. It's much clearer. He begins by saying this paragraph is about fake perfect bodies. And he says that people in the public eye have flawless bodies. People try to imitate them, and this makes them depressed. And that's a very clear paragraph that really does explain why Akmajon totally agrees with the statement from the question. So I think the second paragraph is really clear and really helps me understand his point of view. The first paragraph, perhaps a little bit less. So I want to know, are the other ideas fully explained? To some extent, yes, and supported with examples. Now we have the Maradona example in this paragraph. There's no example in the second paragraph, but perhaps that's okay. I mean, we have the one example, so it's not too bad. So now we need to think about what band score we can give Akmajon, and here the IELTS writing band descriptors are really useful. Akmajon's target band score is a 7, so let's see if we can get him a 7 for this essay. So for a 7, he needs to address all parts of the task, and we said that, yes, he does address all parts of the task. Perhaps he could address some a little bit more. Presents a clear position throughout the response. So that was, is the position clear? And we said, yes, it definitely is. And presents, extends, and supports main ideas, but there may be a tendency to overgeneralize and/or supporting ideas may lack focus. So I think that in Akmajon's essay, yes, he does extend and support his main ideas. There's definitely no tendency to overgeneralize. That doesn't happen. but maybe that Maradona paragraph does lack focus a little bit. So I think that we have all of the qualities of band 7 here. Let's have a look at band 8 and see if we can get any of these, because I'm always looking to give the highest band score that I can. So sufficiently addresses all parts of the task. I think he sufficiently addresses most parts of the task, but perhaps that part to what extent he could do better. So we're close to this, but we're not quite at a band 8. And presents a well-developed response to the question with relevant, extended, and supported ideas. They're definitely relevant, they're definitely extended, supported sometimes, and a well-developed response. I feel like that Maradona paragraph, the example that makes up about 1/3 of that paragraph, it's quite a long example, but it doesn't really connect. So we're close, we're getting close maybe, but we're not at a band 8 just yet. So we definitely have all of the parts of band 7 and we're getting close to a band 8, but I don't think that I can give a band 8 just yet. And I'm going to give a band 7 for task achievement in this essay. So that's what the examiner is thinking when they're reading a part 2 writing task, the essay, and thinking about task achievement. In the next video, you're going to find out what the examiner is thinking for coherence and cohesion, the next part of the marking criteria. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. If you're on the My Exam with Sam free course, then the next video is just underneath this one. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!